Every single AI agent demo you've seen over the last year is lying to you. You know the ones I'm talking about. An AI employee reads an email, pings a modern API, smoothly updates a database, and boom, task completed. It looks flawless. It looks like the future, but it's a total fantasy. Because the moment that brilliant AI agent steps foot inside a real, multi-billion-dollar enterprise, it slams headfirst into a brick wall. Real companies don't run on clean, modern APIs. They run on legacy software from 15 years ago. They run on ancient SAP screens, clunky Oracle databases, internal web portals that only work on old browsers, and desktop apps with absolutely zero API access. Your state-of-the-art LLM might be smart enough to pass the bar exam, but it can't actually click the goddamn buttons on a legacy Windows desktop. It can think, but it doesn't have hands. Until now. While everyone else has been obsessing over making AI models smarter, Microsoft quietly solved the actual bottleneck. They launched something called Windows 365 for agents. And if you want to understand where the real wealth in the AI era is going to be generated, you need to understand exactly what this is. Because Microsoft isn't trying to build the best AI employee. They are building the office building they work in. To understand why this is a massive deal, we have to look at the hidden bottleneck of corporate automation. Right now, tech giants are racing to build computer use models. Anthropic has it. OpenAI has Operator. They train these AI brains to literally look at a screen, move a virtual mouse, and type on a keyboard. It's an incredible engineering feat. But it completely breaks down in a corporate environment for three reasons: security, infrastructure, and control. Point 1. Security. No fortune. 500 Chief Information Officer is going to give an autonomous AI model direct access to their main corporate network. If that AI goes rogue or hallucinates, it could accidentally delete a supply chain database. Point 2. Environment. Where does the AI actually execute the work? On the employee's laptop? On a massive, expensive server that runs 24/7? Point 3. The API vacuum. Most legacy software doesn't have a backdoor for AI to chat with. So you have this absurd paradox. We have these godlike AI brains capable of doing complex economic reasoning, but they're completely locked out of the actual software where real business happens. Enter Microsoft's genius pivot. They realized, stop forcing enterprises to rebuild their ancient software for AI. Just bring the AI to the software. So, what actually happens when a company deploys Windows 365 for agents? Instead of trying to wire an AI directly into production systems, Microsoft introduces a check-in, check-out model. Think of it like a temporary cloud computer that an AI agent can borrow to do a specific chore and then throw away. 1. An AI agent gets a task, say, processing an invoice. 2. It checks out a secure temporary cloud PC from a pool. 3. The AI logs into the cloud PC, opens the necessary legacy desktop apps or web portals, and moves the mouse and keyboard to complete the work. 4. Once the invoice is submitted, the AI logs out. 5. The cloud PC is instantly wiped clean and returned to the pool. Think of it as AWS Lambda, but for computer-using agents. It's an ephemeral workspace. And Microsoft split this system into two incredibly clever components: Agent 365 and Windows 365 for agents. Agent 365 is the brain. This is the control plane. It handles governance, checks identity, manages permissions, and makes sure the AI isn't doing anything it shouldn't be. Windows 365 for agents is the hands. This is the raw execution environment. It provisions the virtual machine, handles the compute, and provides the secure sandbox for the AI to click around in. Do you see what they did there? Microsoft describes Agent 365 as the control plane and Windows 365 for agents as the runtime environment. OpenAI is building the digital workers. Microsoft is building the secure desks they sit at. There are three reasons why this specific architecture is an absolute masterstroke that will protect Microsoft's enterprise dominance for the next decade. First, agents can use any software. While everyone else is trying to build brittle web scrapers or begging companies to open up APIs, Microsoft says, "We don't care if your software was built in 1998. If a human can see it on a Windows desktop, our agent can use it. Web apps, terminal windows, remote desktops, it doesn't matter." Second, enterprise-grade security. The Trojan horse. This is what most Silicon Valley startups completely miss. Security teams don't want more intelligence, they want more control. With this setup, every single temporary cloud PC is Microsoft Entra-joined, Intune managed, and fully audited. This means a corporate IT department can manage, monitor, and restrict an AI agent using the exact same tools they use to manage a human employee's laptop. If an AI worker goes haywire, IT doesn't have to debug complex neural network code. They just hit revoke access in Intune, exactly like they would if an employee lost their laptop at an airport. Third, elastic scaling and the economics. Need 10 tasks done? Spin up 10 cloud PCs. Need 10,000 tasks done simultaneously at 2 a.m.? Spin up 10,000 cloud PCs. According to Microsoft's documentation, this is priced at roughly $0.40 per hour of cloud PC usage, billed dynamically based on task execution time. If a human employee making $40 an hour takes 5 minutes to manually copy data from an email into an old ERP system, that task costs the company about $3.33 in human labor. If an AI agent spins up a Windows 365 cloud PC and does the exact same task in those 5 minutes, the infrastructure cost is less than 5 cents. Even if the agent is slightly slower or requires occasional supervision, the economic arbitrage here is staggering. It's a 98% cost reduction for high-friction enterprise workflows. Whenever a fundamental shift like this happens in tech infrastructure, the tectonic plates move. Let's talk about who wins big and who gets absolutely crushed. The clear winners. Obviously Microsoft, but specifically, look at Microsoft Copilot Studio and system integrators. The consulting firms of the world are about to make billions of dollars building these exact computer-using workflows for legacy corporations. The massive losers, traditional RPA, robotic process automation companies. For the last decade, companies like UiPath and Automation Anywhere built massive businesses by creating hard-coded click paths. You'd write a script that said, "Click the button at these exact pixel coordinates." But the second a web portal updated and a button moved 2 inches to the left, the whole automation broke, and an engineer had to go fix it. Windows 365 for agents completely obsolesces traditional RPA. Why build brittle, expensive, hard-coded click paths when a vision-capable AI worker can look at a screen, adapt to changes dynamically, and operate software exactly like a human being does? RPA as we know it is dead. Now look, it's not all sunshine and automated workflows. There is one massive technical risk to this entire strategy, and it comes down to a single word: latency. Humans are remarkably tolerant of slow software. We don't mind waiting a few seconds for a page to load or a system to boot up, but businesses do not tolerate slow AI agents. If an AI agent needs to do a task that takes 20 seconds, but it takes 45 seconds just to provision and boot up the virtual cloud PC, the economics and the efficiency start to crumble. Microsoft knows this. It's why they've introduced always available warm pools of cloud PCs that stay running in the background to minimize startup times. But managing the orchestration, the visual latency of an LLM processing video frames of a desktop, and the sheer compute required is an immense engineering challenge. If it feels sluggish, enterprise adoption will stall. If you are an investor, an entrepreneur, or just someone trying to navigate the AI revolution, you need to stop focusing entirely on model benchmarks. Stop obsessing over whether GPT-5 or Claude 4 has a higher score on a math test. The innovation isn't just the model anymore, it's the runtime. The key metric to watch over the next few years isn't how many people are chatting with a bot. The key metric is how many agent hours are running on Windows 365, because that is where Microsoft begins to monetize the actual digital workforce. If they become the default execution layer for enterprise agents, every single autonomous corporate workflow on Earth becomes a cloud consumption business for Azure. OpenAI is building the AI employees. Microsoft is building the office building. And historically, the platform that owns the infrastructure always captures the lion's share of the value. Let me know in the comments below. Would you trust an AI agent to run your company's legacy software? Hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the real tech shifts shaping our world. See you in the next one.